Hello and welcome to Programming Rust. Today in this video we are going to discuss the problem jump game. It is the problem number 55 and it is a dynamic programming problem. So here in this problem we are given an integer array nums and we are initially positioned at the first index. That means here is an array 2 3 1 1 4 and we always are positioned at this index. Okay, so now we are required to tell that if starting from the first index and each index represents the maximum jump length, can we reach to the last index, that is this one. Okay, so this is our problem and let's see how we can approach it. So we can see that we have means it is a grid type of problem, so we need to check every time that which index goes the farthest, which index. So starting from the first index, in the given example 1 we can see the maximum jump length is 2. So at index 1 the maximum jump length is 2. Okay, so from 2 we can jump to this index 2 or we can jump to index 3. If we jump to index 2, then we have two jump lengths. First the previous one 2 minus 1 because we get up here, and another the current maximum jump length in the given index. So what we are going to do, we are going to take the maximum one and check whether it can reach the farthest point or not, how much far it can reach. So we can see that from index 2, if we have the maximum jump length of 3, we can reach to the last index. So on jumping from index 1 to 2 and jumping from index 2 to 3, we can jump to the last index, and so we can return yes, we can reach to the last index. This problem does not ask us to minimize or maximize things. It just asks that can we reach to the last index. Okay, so now again if we want we can jump to the second index, index 2, index 3, and now we have the current jump length as 0 and the given jump length in this index 3 is 1. So from this index 3 we can only jump to index 4. Okay, so given here index 4, now we can jump to the index 5 now because we are left with the current index of 0, and we can jump to 5. We are left with 1 and we can jump to 5 and we reach to index 5, and the value at index 5, the jump length, doesn't matter at all because we are left with 0 and we are getting with 4, but the 4 is of no use, so we can leave it. So this is the problem. Taking another example, the example 2, we are currently set in at index 1 and we have the maximum jump length of 3. Okay, now we jump to index 2 if we want, or farthest we can jump to index 0. Okay, but we are going to check at every index the how far can we reach. This is our approach, that we will traverse the array one by one and check how far can we reach and choose the maximum jump length. Okay, so we jump from index 1 to index 2 and we are left with 2 now, and also we have the maximum jump length 2 in the given element 2. Okay, so we can choose any one of them. At index 3 we are left with 1, and also we have the maximum jump length of 1. So again we can choose anyone and we jump to index 4, and then we are left with 0 at the both positions, at the maximum jump length also 0, and the jump length that we got from we previously had also to 0. So from the index 4 we cannot go to the index 5, and in this condition what we are going to do, we are going to return, we cannot return, means we cannot go to the farthest index, so return false. So our algorithm will be like that. We have a current jump length. Okay, and we want to maximize it by the current element, let's say I, and the previous element, previous index minus 1, and this goes on. This is our approach. And if the we are at, let's say, this 2, and we have the current x 3, and we are at 2, so 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay, and as soon as we get this, we can reach the farthest index. We reach tell, yeah, we can return. So we can go to the farthest index and say, yeah, we can return true, or else we are going to return false. So let us go to the code section. So first of all, we can take the length of our array, nums.size. I am writing the code in C++, and we can initialize the current jump length as the first index 0. Okay, so we are iterating from the int I equals to 0 to the end. And what we are going to do, we are going to take the maximum of the current element, that is I, or we are going to take the current element, means either the ith jump value or the current value, whichever is maximum. And if the current plus I, the current jump position we are at, equals to length of the array minus 1, because we are following the 0 index, so we can return true. Else, if our current becomes 0, that we saw now, equals to 0, and I is not equals to n minus 1, or we can say I is less than n minus 1, we can return false. So this is very simple code, and when the loop runs, at every time we need to decrease our current value. So current is equals to minus equals 1. Now let us run our code as this. We can by default return true here, because we need to do that. So we can by default return true, and let's try to submit this. So yeah, our code runs successfully. It is much better. Thank you for watching this video. If you like the tutorial, please like it and subscribe Programming Rush. Thank you.